Hi, I'm Sophia Eribo and you're watching Forecasts on Dukascopy TV. The pound has already hit a 5-year high against the dollar this week at 169, and some analysts are predicting 1.7 off the back of 0.8% growth in UK GDP. Joining me on the line to discuss what he sees happening in the short, mid and long term is market analyst from IG, Chris Beauchamp. Chris, your 1 month forecast is only 167. That indicates you see things differently.
Well, I tend to think we've seen quite the impressive run-up in the pound over the last few weeks, really. April has been a very good month for the currency after a bit of sideways trading in March. So really, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some opportunistic selling of the currency coming in, given the size of the move higher. I mean, yes, UK economic data is coming in much better than expected, but that usually leads to some sort of scaling back of expectations for further economic growth, and after all, the FX market is still forward-looking.
Your 3-month forecast is 169. Do you simply see sideways trading during this period?
I think we could be in for more of the same that we saw back in March, really. We might see 170 in due course, driven by expectations about a rate rise by the Bank of England. But given that we're already seeing the pound starting to move into just briefly touching overbought territory, I think that a lot of the gains have been priced in, as it were, and we now see the pound struggling to move beyond 169 in the short term, at least in the same way that it sort of hovered around 168 for an extended period during April.
And lastly, Chris, your 12-month forecast of 162 suggests you foresee the pound dropping significantly against the dollar. What factors do you see leading to this?
Well, I think we've had an appreciation in the pound against the dollar based on the expectations of a UK interest rate rise, and I don't think that's going to materialise anytime soon. What we're seeing is a broadening gap between interest rate forecasts for the US and the UK, and I expect that gap to start to reverse in due course as markets begin to view the situation much differently than they have done in the recent past. And I think under that circumstances, you would see a continued weakening of the pound against the dollar. Not to say that the uptrend is completely finished, but I think some degree of selling is in order.
That's all we have time for now. Natalie MacDonald will be bringing you another edition of Forecasts on Monday. So for now, goodbye.